Hi guys, Kitty Gaming here, and you might notice there's been a bit of an absence of gaming videos on my channel lately. There's two reasons for this. Actually, there's just one reason so far, but one, my dad has been having some problems. One of the problems is fixed, but the other problem, it's not fixed. It's a problem with downloading. I don't know what's going on. Hopefully things will sort out quickly. But I just got back from work, and I'm not really... I don't know, I'm just not feeling with recording a gaming video right now. I'm not in the mood. But what I want to do is do you 3 confessions about things that I don't like to eat. So, normally people have like, some people have like a few things they don't like, like, I don't know, almost bananas or whatever, Others are like extremely picky eaters. And I never really understood the whole concept of being a picky eater. If you're a picky eater, that's fine. I just never understood it. Like, I knew workers who didn't like ketchup, and I could not figure out why she didn't like ketchup. It feels like such a generic thing that like everyone should like it. But I really shouldn't be wanting to, because there are 3 things that everyone seems to fangasm over that I hate. Let's start the story in my childhood. When I was a kid, there were 2 things I refused to eat under any circumstances. First was chocolate. If there was chocolate on anything, I would not touch it. I didn't like anything chocolate flavored. I don't like anything like chocolate bars, even if it was just coated in chocolate. I didn't like it. I did kind of grow out of this, and mostly in the sense that I mind. Like, I can have like things like, like a Mars bar or Snickers or things like that, that kind of looks coated in chocolate. And I can even have like a few bites of like a chocolate bar. But it comes to a point where I just start thinking, ew. And the biggest problem I have with chocolate is that it just makes me thirsty, and it kind of takes away from the flavor. Plus, the flavor of chocolate is so, I'm not just like, that's so good, I must have more. It's just a flavor, really. That's all there is for me. And I know everyone's supposed to like chocolate. Me making fun of someone who doesn't like ketchup is a bit ironic. And the second thing, number dos, as for anyway, the second thing I don't like, I would not touch this as a kid, was cheese. This is something I keep hearing, everything's better with cheese, and the more cheese the better. That's such a lie, okay? Nothing is better with more cheese. It makes stuff worse. As a kid, I would not even have cheese on bread. That was too much. Even today, I can only have like a single layer of cheese on bread. If there are 2 layers of cheese, that's way too much. I don't like the cheese being like really, really thin. That's almost pointless to me. But even like, if it's just a regular slice of cheese, but it's like a really thick piece, that's, I don't know what it is about cheese. There's something about cheese that I just don't like when there's too much of it. And the worst is melted cheese. I think my biggest fear and biggest nightmare of all times is a margarita pizza with extra cheese. The thought of eating that just makes me cringe inside. I can imagine that being like future video, just someone forcing me to eat a really cheesy pizza. That's... Please don't make me, guys. But I don't know, it's just... Like, I have started, like, I don't want cheese on pizza if it's like... There's like an average amount, I don't like too much of it, but if I like pick up the slice and there's like no trail of cheese, that's perfect for me. If like the cheese like trails down, you kind of stretch it, then it's too much. And whenever I have like a sandwich with mouthful of cheese, I'll take a single like this big, not like a big one, like the size of half a bread roll, half a bread slice. I will take a single slice of cheese like that, break it up and spread it across the whole bread, and then I will melt it. If I have like just cover it with cheese, even just a single layer, it becomes too much and I don't like it. I don't know, but I have taken a liking to like melted cheese that kind of started to crisp on top, so it's more like crispy and not really melted. That I do like way too much. I could have like a thick layer of that because the cheese is not really, it's not that melted texture. That I think that's what I don't like. It's just the texture of melted cheese that I don't like. There's something about the flavor of cheese. I don't know. It's not for me. And they mentioned 3 things. These first 2 things are probably, okay, the third one is probably just as strange, but it's animal fat. Now, it might not sound as strange up front, you know, I don't mind when it's like, okay, I've cut this out of my diet now, but when it's like in hot dogs or when it's like in pepperoni and things like that, it makes me kind of icky to see it. Like in pepperoni, if I pull a slice out, there are like droplets of, you know, of fat left behind, you know, that didn't pick up with a slice. That makes me cringe, and I wish I could pick up every single bit of fat from the pepperoni. And my favorite kind of pepperoni is like, they don't advertise it as low fat, but it just has a really low fat in it, and as a result it gets really spicy because the fat isn't there to dull the flavor. And that's my favorite kind of pepperoni. The more fat it is, the more flavorless it is, really, for me. But the worst kind of fat is when you get this from the meat itself. I'm not talking about things like pork that are fatty, but it's kind of like, I don't know, like, it's a fatty piece of meat even if you like cut all the fat off, you know? But I'm talking about just the fat itself in its basic form, you know? That's like it sounds so, it feels so silly to me because the fattier the meat is in the supermarket, the more expensive it gets, and the more people are like raving about how good it is. And I just keep thinking, why? You know, like my favorite kinds of meat are ones that have no fat on them. That's the kind of meat that I like. If there's fat on it, I'm likely to just turn away and not want to buy it. And I know the fattier meats are easy to cook because the fat kind of gives, I don't want to say flavor, I just want to say juices, really. It kind of keeps the meat moist. I understand that completely. But then you have like, you just have the fat in your mouth. There's something, I've had fat that's cooked perfectly. I've had fat that's gone hard. It doesn't matter to me. Fat is fat, and it's still just, I don't like it. Those are the 3 things I really don't like to eat. I know there are more things that I don't like. And I had this really strange allergy with something in orange juices. It's not the orange itself, and it's some chemical they add to most orange juices that gives me really bad allergy reactions. But this is horrible because I really love orange juice. I could just live on it. If someone gave me just a whole apartment full of oranges, I'll be set for life. In fact, I'll probably just drink it all in one day and just, it wouldn't be a pretty picture afterwards. Try not to imagine anything. But yeah, that was me confessing 3 things I really, really don't like to eat. And if you have anything really strange that everyone seems to love, but you just don't, you know, don't like, and when you tell people, you know, like, oh, I don't like this, they give you this like, huh? This like you're from an alien planet or some weird creature from Mars, because it couldn't be possible someone exists who doesn't like that, like me and cheese and me and chocolate and me and fatty meats, and those 3 are stuff of nightmares, I'll tell you. But if you want to make me feel less alone, then please comment below and tell me what you don't like to eat that everyone seems to love. And I'll see you next time. Bye! Oops, wrong mouse.